When we talk about chronic inflammation, we usually think about joints, digestion, or weight. But there's one organ inflammation damages quietly, and most women don't realize it until lab results change. Your kidneys don't complain until they can't keep up. And one of the first clues is something called creatinine. Today, I'm exposing 5 everyday foods that can silently stress your kidneys, and then I'll show you 2 simple foods that actually help protect them. Now, before we go any further, let me quickly explain something, because a lot of people hear the word creatinine and immediately forget what it means. Creatinine is simply a waste product your body makes every day when your muscles work. Your kidneys are supposed to filter it out and remove it through your urine. When your kidneys are healthy, creatinine stays in a normal range. When creatinine starts rising, it's often a sign that your kidneys are under stress or not filtering as efficiently as they should. So when your doctor says your creatinine is high, what they're really saying is this: your kidneys are having a harder time doing their job. And here's why this matters. Certain foods you eat every single day can quietly make that job harder by adding extra minerals, sugar, or waste your kidneys have to deal with. That's exactly what we're going to uncover today. Hello, Vitality Champions. Today, I want to share something with you that took me years to uncover by digging through medical research. And honestly, I wish someone had explained this to me decades ago. We're talking about creatinine levels and some unexpected foods that influence them in ways most people never realize. Now, I know kidney health isn't exactly a thrilling coffee table topic, but here's why this matters. Your creatinine level is one of the most critical indicators of kidney function, and certain foods you eat every single day could be quietly pushing those numbers in the wrong direction. Before we begin, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button right now so I know you're here and taking your health seriously. And if you're new to the channel, click subscribe, because we focus specifically on health issues that matter to people over 40. Real information, no hype, just practical guidance you can actually use. Go ahead, I'll wait. Here's what makes this video different. I'm not going to focus on the usual suspects, like red meat and dairy, that you've heard about 1,000 times. Instead, we're covering 5 foods that tend to fly under the radar. Foods most people believe are harmless or even healthy, but that can quietly strain your kidneys. After that, I'll introduce 4 protective foods most people have never even considered for kidney health. Everything I share today comes from peer-reviewed studies published in respected medical journals. This isn't opinion, it's science. And the final protective food, the #1 kidney guardian we'll discuss, is so accessible and powerful that you'll wonder why no one talks about it more. Stick with me through the entire video, because this information could truly change your health trajectory. Let's dive in. Hidden danger #1, dried fruit. Our first surprising kidney stressor is something many health-conscious people eat regularly, assuming it's good for them: dried fruit. Raisins, dried cranberries, dried apricots, prunes, and similar products. I know what you're thinking, but dried fruit is natural. It's just fruit without the water. And that's true. But that's exactly where the problem lies. Removing the water concentrates everything else, including potassium. Dried fruits may look innocent, but their potassium content is extremely concentrated. A small handful can contain as much potassium as a full banana, sometimes more. Because they're small and easy to overeat, you can consume dangerous amounts before you ever feel full. This makes dried fruit especially risky for anyone who needs to manage potassium levels. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that people with reduced kidney function must carefully monitor potassium intake. When kidneys can't properly remove excess potassium, it builds up in the bloodstream and can lead to dangerous heart rhythm problems. There's more. Many dried fruits contain preservatives and added sugars, which further strain the body and affect blood sugar. This is especially concerning because diabetes is one of the leading causes of kidney disease. Even healthy dried fruits can quietly place extra stress on your kidneys. So, what should you eat instead? If you're craving something sweet and chewy, choose fresh fruit that's lower in potassium. Fresh berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries are far lower in potassium than dried fruit. For example, half a cup of fresh strawberries contains about 120 milligrams of potassium, compared to roughly 270 milligrams in just a quarter cup of raisins. Apples and pears are also excellent choices. A small apple has around 150 milligrams of potassium and is much more filling than dried fruit. Here's a tip most people don't know. If you really want that chewy texture, try freeze-dried fruit. The freeze-drying process removes water like regular drying, but the result is much lighter and airier. Because it's so light, you naturally eat less by weight, which means less potassium per serving. Leave a comment below if you've been eating dried fruit regularly. I'm curious how many people are surprised by this one. Hidden danger number 2, granola. Our second sneaky kidney stressor is another classic health food. Granola. Walk down the cereal aisle and you'll see it marketed as natural, wholesome, and nutritious. And compared to sugary kids' cereals, it probably is. But for kidney health, granola presents several problems. Granola can be tough on your kidneys. The nuts and oats make it high in phosphorus and potassium, while added sweeteners and dried fruits increase sugar content. A single serving can quietly overload your kidneys with minerals and sugar. Despite its healthy image, research published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology shows that managing phosphorus intake is critical for people with chronic kidney disease. Elevated phosphorus accelerates bone disease and cardiovascular complications. What surprised me most is the serving size. Granola labels often list a serving as a quarter to half a cup. That doesn't look like much in a bowl. Most people eat 2 to 3 times that amount, meaning they're getting double or triple the phosphorus, potassium, and calories shown on the label. What's a better option? Plain, old-fashioned oats cooked with water. A half cup of cooked oatmeal contains about 70 to 80 milligrams of phosphorus, compared to 150 to 200 milligrams in granola. Top it with a small amount of fresh berries for sweetness and antioxidants, and add cinnamon for flavor without extra minerals. If you want crunch, sprinkle a small amount of toasted coconut flakes, which are much lower in phosphorus than nuts. And if you absolutely love granola, try making your own with controlled portions, mostly oats, a small amount of seeds, minimal sweetener, and fresh fruit instead of dried. If this information is helpful, hit the share button and pass it along. Hidden danger number 3, balsamic glaze and reduced sauces. Our third kidney stressor seems harmless. Balsamic vinegar, especially thick balsamic glazes and reductions that are popular in modern cooking. You might be thinking, it's just vinegar. How bad could it be? Here's what most people don't realize. That thick, sweet balsamic glaze, drizzled over salads or vegetables, is heavily concentrated and often loaded with added sugar. Many store-bought glazes and sauces are high in hidden sugar and sodium. Just a few tablespoons of balsamic glaze, teriyaki sauce, or sweet and sour sauce can add several grams of sugar and significant sodium to a meal. These blood sugar spikes and mineral loads stress the kidneys and contribute to damage over time. The National Kidney Foundation emphasizes that controlling blood sugar and blood pressure through diet is essential for protecting kidney function. Foods that spike both create a perfect storm for kidney damage. What should you use instead? Regular thin balsamic vinegar is fine in small amounts. It adds flavor without the sugar. Lemon or lime juice works well for acidity. Fresh herbs like basil, parsley, or cilantro add depth, while garlic and ginger provide richness without sugar. If you love that sweet, tangy balsamic flavor, make your own reduction using plain balsamic vinegar with no added sugar. Simmer it gently until it reduces by about half. You'll get a thicker texture with much less sugar per serving. Hidden danger number 4, vegetable juice. Our fourth hidden kidney stressor might shock you. Vegetable juice, especially tomato juice and mixed vegetable blends. Vegetables are healthy for most people, but vegetable juice creates several problems for those with kidney concerns. Tomato and vegetable juices are high in potassium and often sodium, which strains the kidneys. Juicing also removes fiber, causing nutrients to be absorbed quickly without making you feel full. Research in the Journal of Renal Nutrition shows both potassium and sodium must be carefully managed when kidney function is compromised. Vegetable juice delivers both in concentrated form. Here's the real issue. Many people drink vegetable juice thinking it's extra healthy, then eat normal meals on top of it. They don't count juice as food, leading to unintentional mineral overload. What should you drink instead? Water is best. For flavor, try infused water with cucumber, lemon, or herbs. Herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint are low in minerals and can be enjoyed hot or cold. If you want vegetables in liquid form, make a smoothie with lower potassium options like cucumber, romaine lettuce, and berries. This keeps some fiber and gives you control over ingredients. Comment below if vegetable juice has been part of your routine. Protective food number 1, white rice. Now let's switch gears to foods that actually protect your kidneys. Our first protective food surprises many people: white rice. We're often told brown rice is healthier, and for people with healthy kidneys, that's true. But for kidney health specifically, white rice has advantages. It's much lower in phosphorus and potassium, while still providing filling carbohydrates. Research in the Journal of Renal Nutrition supports using refined grains to manage phosphorus intake when balanced with proper protein and vegetables. To reduce blood sugar spikes, keep portions reasonable, about half to 3/4 of a cup cooked. Pair rice with protein and vegetables and let it cool before eating. Cooling creates resistant starch that digests more slowly. Different varieties like jasmine, basmati, sushi rice, and arborio are all lower in minerals than brown rice. Protective food number 2, bell peppers. Our second kidney-friendly powerhouse is bell peppers. Red, yellow, orange, and green bell peppers are excellent for kidney health. They're low in potassium, phosphorus, and sodium. A cup of red bell pepper has about 314 milligrams of potassium, and green peppers are even lower. They're also loaded with vitamin C, antioxidants, vitamin A, B6, and folate. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, antioxidant-rich, low-potassium vegetables are ideal for kidney health, and bell peppers fit perfectly. They're incredibly versatile: raw, sautéed, roasted, or stuffed. Roasting them whole until the skin blisters brings out incredible sweetness. Pureed roasted red peppers can even replace tomato sauce as a lower potassium option. Drop a comment with your favorite way to use bell peppers. Today, we've seen how many healthy foods can quietly strain your kidneys, while simple, natural choices can help protect them. Kidney-friendly eating doesn't have to be complicated. It starts with understanding how food affects your body and making informed choices. This matters even more for women over 40, when chronic inflammation, hormonal shifts, and years of eating habits can begin to show up in the body in unexpected ways, including lab markers like creatinine. And while everyone's situation is different, these signals are often your body's early warning system. Subscribe for weekly content focused on reducing inflammation, eating in a way that supports your body, and understanding how everyday choices affect long-term health. Turn on notifications so you don't miss new videos, and check out the video on your screen now. If you want to learn more about early signs your body may be under inflammatory stress, stay informed, stay proactive, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.